Hey everyone, and welcome to our final day, day 3 of the Oil Share Repeat Refocus group. So congratulations, you made it this far. And we are going to talk about the third part of the book, and that is repeat. This is where we talk about the duplicable steps and systems so that we can keep doing what we're doing, and we can also teach others to do what we're doing. Now, you have to have a system. Without a plan, you are going to fail. And I don't mean to be that harsh about it, but it's true. If you don't have a plan, failure is in your future. And it doesn't mean that you always have to stick to the plan, but you at least have to go through these steps and know the process before you vary from it. And in this section of the book of Oil Share Repeat, I outline the processes, I don't know, and give you specific activities for income producing activities. I talk about how to organize your IPA tasks, monthly schedules for maximizing your time, and I want to give you some big advice in regards to all of this, and that is work smarter, not harder. That is really important because I've talked to many members of the corporate leadership team, and they have continuously said that you can effectively work this business in 1 hour a day. And I am proof that that is true. Do I often work more than that? Sure. But while I was writing and publishing Oil Share Repeat, my Young Living time was limited because so much extra time was going into launching the book, editing, working with the graphic designer, working on fulfillment, all of the things that it takes to launch a book. And so while I was still working my Young Living business, because that's my priority, having my team is my priority, I knew that I was going to have limited time. And so I did. I said, can I stick to this 1 hour a day? And I did. And my business is still here because of it. So you can effectively do this in 1 hour a day as long as you're doing it smartly. Smartly? Oh my gosh. You guys, I need a MindWise today. So my biggest advice is going to be to start with the systems that I've outlined in the book. Take that list of IPAs on page 37. So right there, that list of IPAs, take that and actually check them off as you do, 3 a day. You know, pick a number. It does not have to be 3 a day, but do your IPAs. So check them off. Plug the dates into the calendar and your to-do list, whichever one you prefer. Go back and look at the questions on page 41. This is what I outline for new members and perspectives, the check-ins. And look at those questions. So when you have a new member, week 1, these are the questions you're asking. Week 2, these are the questions. Go back, and if you have people that have fallen through the cracks, go back and pretend that they just got their kit and start incorporating these questions. Give yourself reminders to do all of this, whether that is a to-do list, whether that is an appointment on your calendar. And then what you do, and this is my trick, is that you reward yourself when you have accomplished these tasks. This might be as simple as a stretch break. Sometimes we work so hard and we just need to get up and stretch, and that could be the reward that you need. Or maybe it's a bike ride or 15 jumping jacks. I like picking physical activities because it gets our brain going. We're able to move, we're able to get that out, and then that actually helps us come back and work smarter afterwards. But maybe for you, it's a simple snack break that you already have some mixed nuts in a bowl and you just pick them and you're good to go. Or maybe it's a water break or an oil intervention. And an oil intervention is what we did on day 1, where you take the oil, you smell it, you just get lost in that smell, let your worries melt away, and you are good to go. But the important thing with all of this is that you do implement the systems from this book. And when I say implementation, I mean try it for at least a month before you decide if it works or it doesn't work for you, or if you need to make tweaks. After that month, then that's totally fair. I trust you if you say this doesn't work for you, or part of it works and you have to tweak it a little bit. But you need to give it time. You need to give it time there. But yeah, again, you can't say that it doesn't work if you can't actually prove that it doesn't work. So remember that whole being coachable piece from part 1? So this is where you get to prove how coachable you are. You're always going to be learning, fine-tuning, perfecting. At some point, you just have to dive in and do it. That's the big thing with all of this. After all, if you get frozen in that learning stage, then what's the point of all of this? Sure, you've learned a lot. Sure, you've read a lot of books. You know a lot about a lot of subjects, but actually do the work at some point. If you don't just do the work, are you actually working towards your goals? No. Chances are if you get stuck in that oil phase and you don't move into share and repeat, well, guess what? Your why is not big enough. So go back to your oil, go back to your why, go back to the parts in the book where we talk about that envisioning your future, and do it. Make your why bigger, make it more meaningful. Because when that why is big enough, you are going to move in and you're going to share and you're going to put these systems in place to make it easy for you to do. Yeah, I said it, easy. Because you're going to do it with a smile on your face. When you do things with a smile on your face, yeah, you can do anything. Now, I do want to share a tip with you all for being on here, and this is my secret weapon. So I've talked about calendars, I've talked about systems. I mentioned that I would talk about it today, but it is the Wunderlist app. Now, I didn't write about it in the book because things can change, and I know apps can change, but I've been using this one for a good long while, and I want to tell you how awesome it is. This is how I organize all of my systems. It's a free downloadable, so I'm not making any money off of this. This is just my tip to you. And I can sync it to my phone, to my tablet, to my computer. And I can also share folders with, or even lists with my husband or with other team members, and we can assign tasks to each other. So the way that it works is that you can have folders, you can have just regular lists, and then within that you can have sub-lists as well. So you can get really detailed if you want, or you can keep it very generic and just have one to-do list, and then when you want to accomplish it or you accomplish it, you just check it off. Now, I use it for my daily brain dumping, and I then will take the top 7-ish things from that list, and that's going to be what I accomplish in a day. So again, I just do a daily brain dump. I look at all of the things that I want to do, I'm thinking about. It might be from what I've collected over the last few days, and I pick 7 things, and those are my top 7 things that I will accomplish that day. You can put on there appointments that you have, because if you go to an appointment, you've accomplished it, right? That feels really good to know, hey, these are the things that I accomplished. But I can also use it to organize my member check-ins. So when I have my people on that rotation and I'm checking in with them, they go on that list. I can put my perspective follow-throughs on there. So I have a list of my perspectives, upcoming workshop tasks that I have to accomplish, and ER orders. I actually have them in categories so I know what I'm going to put on my ER orders in the upcoming month. And I share that one with my husband so we can talk and coordinate via Wunderlist. Also, a really cool task or option with this is that you can assign dates to this. So let's say that I want to check in with Sally on every month Well, I can pick a date and then I'm going to send myself reminders, and I can schedule that in. So then it'll just tell me, oh, here's what you have on your list to do today. And it'll tell me all of those dates and what I need to accomplish on that date. And it's very flexible. It's not going to yell at you if you don't do it, but it is a good reminder to have right there in front of you. Now, for me, I am not a paper pencil sort of person, so that's why I love this. And I know that you can do similar things with calendars and charts, but for me, I love having it on my phone. I love that it always comes with me, that it is flexible, and that I can move things around or alter it as needed because my phone is always nearby. Now, I will say that I'm not glued to my phone when I'm with my kids. I am with my kids, my phone's away. But if I have to remember something, if I'm like, oh, I need to remember that, I can quickly go pull it up, put it on my brain dump, and then move on with my day and still be present. So I want to empower you with all of this. No matter how much you love or don't love systems at this point, put something in place today. Because if you don't put something in place, then you are going to have a business that's going to do this. That way, if you have a system in place, you are going to have something that is duplicable that you can pass on to your downline. After all, we overcomplicate things. And when we overcomplicate things, no one can repeat what we're doing. That prevents others from saying, oh, I can do what Dory's doing, and then following along and doing it themselves. So if you have a system in place, that is what you can share and say, here's how I do it. Now you can do it too. So that is a really important and powerful task there. Just don't overcomplicate, you guys. Just do it. Just do it. And honestly, that's it. That is it. And with all of that, you have the skills that you need to launch your business. Now, I want you to make sure that you have a copy of Oil Share Repeat handy. That way you can make notes in it, you can write in it, and you can also pass it on to someone who is interested about learning the business. Because as you grow and you develop and you have that spark that shines, other people want to have that spark too. And that's where you can very easily say, this is going to be what's going to get you started. Here, take it. And there you are. Now, you also may find that the downloadable worksheets that we have on inspiredsharing.com, that could be great. And especially when you set up your first workshop or you are working and doing health goal planning with your team members, you can get all of those worksheets on the website. We've just given you the tools that you need to launch your business. Remember, this is your blueprint. And then the rest is you. You have the support that's needed. You just have to go and do it. All right, hopefully that has been a little bit empowering for you, or maybe a lot bit empowering for you. And I do want to share that I will also be posting some discussion questions. Now, these discussion questions are available on inspiredsharing.com. You can go to the free downloadable resources and download the questions and the graphics I'm going to post. And I'll post them here so you can see an example of what you can do. Now, I would encourage all of you to go and answer these questions. These are not questions that you find in the book. These actually are questions that were created with a pre-launch of the book. We had a focus group in my team that used the book, and these were the questions that they were answering. And so we've put that together and given it to you all that you can use with your teams. So yes, I'm going to post that here. I would love to see your responses, be engaged with all of this, but this is a tool for you as a leader. So you don't have to recreate. It's already done for you. And now you can present it to your team and have that conversation going. And my biggest suggestion is be involved. When you are involved with people and you are involved with the business and you are involved with the groups, other people see that and other people replicate that. So be involved. If you have members in this group that you want to get them involved, be involved yourself, and they'll do that as well. So with that, thank you so much. Again, I am Dory Doyle. I am a gold leader with Young Living, and I am the author of Oil Share Repeat, and this is your Refocus group. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Bye.